All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I am your host, Taylor Coleman. I'm the CEO, lead writer, director, and producer at Crystal Ignition LLC. We are a small independent film and video production company located in Jacksonville, Florida. And on this channel, we talk filmmaking and gaming. So if those two things happen to interest you, do me a favor, consider subscribing to the channel. It costs you nothing and it helps us out. We're almost close to 100 subscribers. So I would really appreciate it if you'd help us reach that goal. So today, once again, I have to come out here and talk about this idiocy because on our channel, we talk about filmmaking and gaming. I try my best not to get into politics unless it's absolutely necessary. And I felt like it was necessary with everything going on with diversity, equity, and inclusion. I made a video about that, pretty long video. Go check it out. I'll put a link up there. But today, we have some more just pure stupidity. So as you can see by the article, this is out of the Hollywood Reporter. Trump says that he's instituting a 100% tariff on films produced outside of the U.S. because, quote, the movie industry in America is dying. So I was here enjoying my May 4th as of the recording of this video, and I saw this and I was just like, what, uh, how have we gotten to this point? How have we gotten to this point where this idiocy, this stupidity is happening? I can't believe this. I have a couple of thoughts, but before I get into that, let's just go ahead on here and read a little bit of this article. So the president posted that Hollywood and other areas are, quote, being devastated due to a concerted effort by other nations, which constitutes a national security threat. Wow. Okay, let's see here. In a move that could shake up the entertainment industry, oh, believe me, it will. President Trump says he's directed his administration to put a 100% tariff on any movies coming into the U.S. that were not produced in this country. He posted on his Truth Social platform on Sunday that he's authorized the Department of Commerce, a United States trade representative, to institute the tariff. Quote, the movie industry in America is dying a very fast death, he wrote. Other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw our filmmakers and studios away from the United States. Hollywood and many other areas within the USA are being devastated. This is a concerted effort by other nations and therefore a national security threat. It is in addition to everything else, messaging and propaganda. Therefore, I am authorizing the Department of Commerce and the United States Trade Representative to immediately begin the process of instituting a 100% tariff on any and all movies coming into our country that are produced in foreign lands. We want movies made in America again. So let me go ahead on and stop there because I am going to crash out, and you guys know I don't usually do that. So let's get one thing straight here, and I say this all the time. The United States of America is a capitalist country, right? Might not agree with it, but that's what we are. In a capitalist nation, companies are going to seek profit. That's what they do. That's all they care about. So when it comes to the film industry, okay, this is not some conspiracy theory by other countries to say, oh, yeah, we're going to make our movies and then we're going to sell it to America. No, 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 no. That's not how any of that works. Okay, the studios look at their finances and their budgeting and they think to themselves, how can we make more money? So that's one of the reasons why you keep getting films that are remakes. This year we have the Lilo and Stitch remake. We have the How to Train Your Dragon remake. Literally just shot for shot recreations of animated movies that we've already seen with a few scenes here and there already made. You keep getting blockbuster franchises. So Avengers, they've been riding the Avengers train over at Disney for I don't know how long. If it's not Avengers, you're going back making new entries into series that have been, virtually dead for years. Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, these giant franchise movies, right? You're not getting anything new. Why? Because they want to make money. They're not going to take a risk making some movie that people haven't heard of. Most recently, Ryan Coogler. He talked about how when he tried to get funding for Sinners, studios were not all that interested. Well, now look at him. The film is successful because it's something that is new, something that audiences have never seen before. So let's get that out of the way. This is not a conspiracy theory. I don't know what this man is talking about. The studios did this on purpose because they want to make money, and they found out they could produce films in other countries for cheaper. Okay? Now, the next thing, the big elephant in the room. How are you going to put a tariff on something that is mostly digital? Like, how does he thinks that this works? Is he still stuck in 1980 where he thinks a VHS tape is going to come in through a port and then they're going to unload that and go put it on the shelf at Walmart? That's not how that works. Films are produced over there, they're licensed, and they go through a process of getting the subtitles done, if they haven't already been done, and it's put up on Netflix, Hulu, whatever website or service you watch your films on. So I'm not understanding how he's even going to put a tariff on anything. This makes absolutely no sense at all. And the third thing, okay, if you're gonna stop other foreign TV shows and movies, that's not gonna magically make Hollywood start producing things here. You're just gonna have less stuff to watch, and everybody's just gonna be watching, I guess, reruns. I guess that's all you're gonna be watching because these studios only care about money. So, how are you going to force the studios to make more movies and spend more money? I have absolutely no idea. Now, before we leave, okay, all of this is happening, right? All of this, he's putting all these tariffs. He's talking about how he supposedly cares about the film industry here in America, and he supposedly cares about American filmmakers, which is a joke. I want to show you all something, and I'm gonna, the video is gonna fast forward a little bit. I'm gonna go find something, and we're gonna watch this together. All right, everyone. So here I have a news report that popped up in my feed on YouTube, because I do have access to the Crystal Ignition YouTube channel. Obviously, sometimes I'm responsible for uploading videos. So I was watching some YouTube and I saw this video pop up and I clicked on it. This is from the local news, I believe, in San Francisco. And Bay Area independent filmmakers are seeing their federal funding get slashed. So for those of you that have absolutely no idea how this could happen, if you remember, number 47 has been slashing funding from the NIH. Check this out. We're going to watch this. Let's watch this video really quick.
The quick moving clicks of someone hard at work editing. The first parts of a timeline already laid out for Jason Cohn's next documentary.
My project is about a guy named Osamu Tezuka, who's a Japanese animation and comics artist, sort of like the Walt Disney, but he was bigger in Japan than Walt Disney was here.
That's kind of the way Tezuka was. He slept like 4, maybe 5 hours a night.
A project he's excited to finish.
And hold on, before he finishes, how many of you knew that? How many of you in the audience knew about this Japanese man and his artwork? You probably didn't. And that's the power of documentary, because documentary teaches us things about the world. It teaches us about different cultures. It gives you a look into people's lives that otherwise might have been forgotten about or overlooked. It enriches your own life. But apparently that's woke, I guess. I guess learning about other cultures and other filmmakers is woke. Check this out.
One day, especially since many in America watch Japanese animation. But right now, he doesn't know when that day will come. About half of the funding for this project has just been pulled.
It felt like a street mugging.
The culprit he blames is the federal government. The money he was using came from the National Endowment for the Humanities. But under the new administration, that funding is no longer coming.
We got the email saying your grant has been terminated for cause because the president has determined that doesn't fit into his agenda.
It doesn't fit into the president has determined that it doesn't fit into his agenda. Let me repeat that again. if you didn't hear what they just said, the president has determined that that doesn't fit into his agenda. Gee, now didn't he just say he was worried about American filmmakers? So if you're worried about American filmmakers and what we're doing, how does this not fit into your agenda? Is it just me, or do we live in the Twilight Zone or something? Let's finish the video.
So you can see these questions here. Why is NEH canceling awards?
A similar story for Arwen Curry, who helps filmmakers get grant funding.
Sometimes they were in the middle of filming and had, interviews set up and funding just, the tap just completely shut off.
Yeah. Same thing. We're gonna finish the video, but one more thing. I said it here. As you all know, we were so excited for our next film, 28 Feet Under. It's a film that I wrote like a good 3 or 4 years ago. The film is storyboarded, had actors on deck. We had other people that I've worked with that were going to be working on different aspects of the film. I was talking to the film office here in Jacksonville about locations that I needed. Can't do that when you have tariffs just magically put, and you're still in the process of getting props, equipment. Can't do those things, and you can't invest your money and make business decisions when you have someone that is just willy-nilly with absolutely no critical thought, making just stupid decisions. That's the only way I can phrase this. Just absolutely idiotic, stupid decisions.
The NEH was signed into law in the 1960s because the government thought the arts and humanities were important to the American public, and the artists rely on the money so they can work.
It's the way that I know how to make films. It's going to be very hard to adjust if we can no longer rely on the NEH.
What hurts them most is the broader impact this will have.
What about the arts is so important to just the American society that the government should continue to fund it?
Those stories need to be told by someone, and those stories need to be told by, the people who are the best suited to do that job.
But without funding, they fear no one will be able to tell them. In San Francisco, Ryan Curry, KCRA 3 News.
The NEH put out a notice last week saying it's halting all funding to projects focusing on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and projects that may not inspire the public confidence in the use of taxpayer funds.
May not inspire public confidence in the use of taxpayer funds. All right, everybody. There's only one more thing that I need to say here, okay? Because I know some of you are clapping and cheering, and you think that this is a great thing because you don't like diversity, equity, and inclusion, and you don't think you should be wasting money. Let me tell you something, okay? Because I went to grad school for this stuff. I've read the research. I've read the history. Some of you might not have. A big part of America's cultural dominance in the globe, specifically after World War II, that I'm talking about here, it's because of our media. Okay? Other countries around the world look at our TV shows and our movies. We joke about it, right? If you watch like an anime and the anime always has to like show New York or, like the Wild West, and there's like a train riding through the desert or something, right? We joke about it. But part of our dominance is not just our military. It's the fact that we have this robust media industry, and the fact that Hollywood specialize in putting certain messages in their plots about democracy and freedom and all these other different things, right? If you don't have that, let me tell you something. If you don't have that, China will gladly fill that hole. Korea, many of you like those Korean dramas. I see it. They'll fill the hole. Japan will fill the hole. The United Kingdom, they have a film commission. They'll fill the hole. Germany, they'll make more TV shows. Canada has a lot of cartoons that they were showing down here. So your kids are going to be watching Canadian TV shows and Canadian movies, I guess. So if you think this is a joke and you think that this is good, I'm here to tell you that it's not. Okay? And 5 years from now, when they're pumping out AI made movies, or if it's not AI made, you're looking at Japanese and Chinese movies with subtitles, all I'm going to say is I told you so. If you want to help the film industry and you want to help filmmakers, this is not it. This is not how you do it. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment down below. If you're a filmmaker, comment down below. I want to know what you think about this. If you're a filmmaker that lost your funding, share your story. Keep it respectful. All those things. You already know that. And yeah, try to have a good day or night wherever you are. And I'll see you all next time.